Don't worry, your video works perfectly fine. I was just gonna see if I could scare you. I hope some of y'all jumped. Anyways, let's get started. So today we're looking at section 3.5, which is very similar to the last section we did, which was 3.4, in which we had to multiply fractions. In this section, we're dividing fractions and mixed numbers. You'll be happy to know that this works almost exactly the same except one difference. So even though it says dividing fractions, we're actually not going to divide. We're going to use a secret math method in order to avoid dividing. So you got to keep it all hush-hush, okay? All right, let's get started. So we're given something like these wonderful fractions here. You have 1/3 divided by 5/6. Now, if you're tempted to go and create a long division problem using these, good luck, because it's going to take you forever. But we could use the special method I was telling you about, in which this is what you do. Give ourselves a little bit of room. We're going to need a lot of room for this one. So let's begin. Okay, so we have this first one over here. 1/3 divided by 5/6. It might take a little while for you to understand why this works, okay? But right now, I just want you to trust me that it does. What you do is you write down the first fraction, 1/3, okay? The first fraction you do not change. Do not change the first fraction. That is key. You will get it wrong if you change it. Now we say times. We've changed our division symbol to a multiplication symbol. We take the reciprocal of the second fraction. And if you're thinking, the what? The reciprocal is a fancy way for essentially saying the flipped version of the fraction. Okay? So we flip the fraction upside down. It has an actual true, like almost like a scientific meaning, math meaning, all that stuff. We'll go into that more later, but for right now, just know that when I say reciprocal, I mean flip the fraction. So we're going to multiply straight across. We've done problems like these already. If you notice, you can cross reduce, do so if you want to. So that becomes a 2, that becomes a 1. So 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 5 is 5, so you end up with 2/5, okay? So that's your answer. All that to equal that. Again, come over to this one. Write down the first fraction. There is no change to the first fraction. Times. Flip the second fraction. Becomes 10/3. I could say this till I'm blue in the face. I could say it 100 times. I could beat it into your head with a 2x4. And still, I feel like some students are going to forget and they're going to mess up. But do not change the first fraction. Turn it into multiplication. Flip the second fraction. Now we multiply. If you can cross reduce, do so. Reduces to 1, reduces to 2. You end up with 4/3. It's an improper fraction. Let's convert it to a mixed number, and we get 1 1/3. Okay? That's how we do it there. Remember, write down a question if you have it. We just got 2 more problems to work, and we're done. This is a very quick section. Here I have 5 divided by 3/7. Remember, don't change that first one. Leave it as it is. But let me point out that 5 as a whole number, when we deal with fractions, we've got to turn it into a fraction first. So what is 5 as a fraction? Well, it's just 5/1. Any whole number can be put over 1. So we copy that down again. We get 5/1 times the flipped. Can it cross reduce? Nope. So you end up with 35/3. Well, this is equal to, because this is an improper fraction again, this is equal to 11 2/3. Pretty simple, guys. Pretty simple, I feel like. 11. Make sure that 11, I don't like how that looks. I'm going to erase mine. I don't want my other 1 too close to that bar because it might might disappear. All right, there we go. All right, next I am given mixed numbers. Mixed numbers work exactly the same, except listen very carefully. You need to convert them to improper fractions before you change anything. Convert to improper first. It is key. It is life or death. Not really that serious, but you will get the wrong answer if you don't do it the way I'm telling you to do it. Sorry. 8 times 3, 24, plus 1, you get 25 over 8. Divided by, we haven't changed it yet, 5 times that, you end up with 23 over 5. Okay? Now we will flip our fraction here to see if it works out. Okay, so now we change it to a multiplication. Remember, the first one doesn't change. He stays the same. The next one, we flip it. See if there's any chance of cross-reducing. I don't see any. Looks like this is going to be a nasty fraction. Let's see what it turns out to be. Well, I know that 25 times 5 is 125. Okay. I know that 8 times 3 is 24. And I know that 8 times 20 is 160. So that would mean that this is 184. Yeah. And looks like it doesn't reduce at all. So there's no reducing here to be done. But that is the final answer. Okay? So once again, if you don't understand something, please put a question mark by it and be prepared to discuss in class. Goodbye.